Good afternoon, my friends, and thank you for coming to join me for another shave. Today's shave is brought to you by PdP number 63, a favorite of mine. We'll be following it up with the matching EDT. We're lathering with the strong set 19 millimeter. This has been refurbished where I put new bristles in, and we'll be using TI Thiers. I can't pronounce it anyway. It's a 6/8. This is one that had given me trouble with geometry before, but we got it figured out, and as long as I keep it sharp, I think I'm not going to have any more trouble. It's one of those things where you end up having to bottle cap the edge and redo the bevel. It was sort of twisted, so I'd have more bevel on one side than on the other, and it would shave kind of good in one direction but not good in the other, despite being sizzlingly sharp. You'd pass a hanging hair test like nobody's business, but couldn't shave worth a lick. I was gonna do an evening shave, but ran out of things to do here around the house because it got too hot to do anything outside in the garage. Learned something important. It's an important lesson to anybody who works on cars in any capacity. If you buy one part acrylic enamel, there's still two parts. You still have to use a reducer. If you fail to do that, the paint doesn't harden up. Well, I made that mistake. I forgot. It had been a hot minute since I've done any painting. And starting last month, Ohio joined the states that don't require a front license tag. So of course, the Corvette having a big ugly hole in its grill when there's when you have to use a license plate, at least mine did, the C5 in general. I had to go about finding a filler plate. I ended up paying more than I needed to for a new old stock one. Well, I painted it. Only takes about 2 tablespoons of paint to get a good several coats, actually teaspoons. But then it wouldn't get hard, and it stayed kind of tacky for a couple of weeks. I was thinking to myself, I said, yeah, what'd you forget? So I asked the body man where I got the paint. He said, did you put a reducer? What reducer did you use? And then the light came on. Oh, I forgot the reducer. He says, there you have it. So because I only bought a half pint of the paint, he just gave me a couple ounces of the right reducer. We're going to get some relief next week, but It's too hot in my garage to shoot paint and not get moisture in it because I'll be sweating. That's not a good thing to do. This is also a cold water shave. There's all kinds of stuff happening here, you guys. I gave myself a haircut. It doesn't look as good as usual. I'm not real good with my left hand, and I had a little accident right here. But I don't think Mommy's got to notice. I also had a little extra right here. I'll ask her to fix that. She'll be mad because the barbershop is open, but I got the stuff here to cut my own hair, and so by gum, I'm going to do it. I must be riding the edge again on the water band. Remember, it was nice and creamy the first pass, and this time with the water on my face, it got noticeably thinner. I'm going to add some more from the bowl, work it back up. But that's where the soap is at its slickest. Right about where it starts to try and break down again. Very excited about, I think I'm going to do a 2-pass today. Our shaving cadre brushes are in. The Sunday afternoon. For you guys on the West Coast, I think it's 11 in the morning, but for me it's 4 in the afternoon. We're going to have a Zoom call with the makers of the brush and some of our favorite soaps too. I did it again. This spot right here is just gives me trouble. And I dink to myself. I think the brushes are already assigned, so we'll get a chance to see our brush before it gets shipped. I'm wrestling. I can't decide whether I want to see it or not. It'd be kind of neat to have a surprise. But then, knowing that my brush is going to be the most beautiful of the batch, I don't want to deprive everybody the opportunity to see the glory, which is my brush. They're all manufactured the same. They all have olive wood handles and a gold pewter band, and a little fatter than I'm used to, but I'm not going to let that bother me too much. So it's just going to take a little bit of getting used to have such a great big honking brush instead of tiny ones or smaller ones that I'm used to. That was pretty good. A little water on there and we'll run the alum across. Nothing more than usual. I've been perspiring, so my pores are nice and open, so the cool water of the shave is very refreshing. We'll go straight to the aftershave. I don't think I'm going to need any witch hazel today. Pow. Doesn't take much of this 2-in-1 to really put a nice finish on your face. It's not greasy. And it just feels like it's good for you when you're putting it on. You just kind of know. I have no reason, no idea why Nivea would deprive the American market of such a fine product, but this Nivea is good stuff. Let this dry down a little bit. Give myself a couple of hoses of, well, wait a minute. No, before I do that. Being a fried chicken, got the egg wash on. A little dusting. They look like a mime or something. Put too much powder on myself. I'll take some shine off my noggin. Now I'll give myself a couple of shots of the PdP. And that, gentlemen, is my shave for today. My name is Major Rich, and you'll find me out to shavingcadre.com. I hope you come to join us, or at least come and look around. We're a great bunch of guys. Safety Cop and I will look forward to seeing you next time. Bye-bye.